Hey boys and girls, welcome to exlsite.com. My name is David and we're talking about how to learn new words in English with Google. I'm here with my homies Darel and Junior.
What's up?
What up, folks?
Alright, very good. So we got lots of good stuff in store here for you. We're following up on the report, the 3 keys to learn to speak English fluently and proficiently. And we want to help you learn to speak English without having to think in your mother tongue. So we're going to focus on the first key area, which is vocabulary.
Sure.
And we want to show you how you can use Google, which is a tool that I'm sure you're familiar with that you probably just aren't taking advantage of.
Very good tool. Very good tool.
So we're going to show you how to use Google to find out the meaning of words in English, how to say them in English, and what words in English that you see but you don't know what they mean, how to find them in your mother tongue so you can begin learning and making those a part of your active vocabulary. So as you can see, we're here at Google.
Good stuff.
And you can see that right over here on the right with the red circle it says language tools. So you can just click on that little red circle area there where it says language tools. Click on that link and you'll see a page that looks like this. And you have 3 different options.
Wow, great. That's great, buddy.
So the first one, number 1 here, is you can actually do a translated search. You can automatically search for a word in English or in your mother tongue, and Google will automatically translate it and find where that word is used for you already translated. You can see you can choose your language and choose the specific languages that you want to search in. The second option here is translate text. You can type in a single word or a whole series of text, and you can choose the language that you're typing the word in and the language that you want to translate it to, and it will translate that word or phrase or the complete text for you. So it's a really handy dandy tool. And the third option, number 3 there, is to translate an entire web page. So you can be reading a web page but you don't understand it all. You just type in the address there and it will show the whole page translated for you. So if we choose option number 2, which is the one we're going to focus on today, how to find the meanings of words specifically. You can use it for lots of things, but we're focusing on words. You can type in a word in the box here. For example, if we type in a big word like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Very big word.
Big word. Doesn't mean anything. It was just a story when I was a kid my grandmother used to read me. But just for an example here, you can see we type that in at number 1. And then, since this word is in English, right there where you see the number 2, you can choose the language the word is in. And then in number 3, actually choose the language you want it translated to, which would be your mother tongue. And then after that, right there at number 4, where the big red arrow is, you can just click on translate and it'll translate the word for you into your mother tongue. So that's one way. When you see a word in English, you want to know what it means in your mother tongue, you can use this fancy little tool to find out the meaning of that word. The second option would be if you know a word in your mother tongue and you want to translate it into English, you want to know how to say it in English. You can see here that we put Portuguese, for example, if that's your mother tongue, and then English, the language you want it translated to, and then you click on the translate button. When you do that, you can see here the results page. Right up here at number 1, that's where we typed in the word, the language that we're translating from, and the language we're translating to. And then down below here at number 2 is where we see the results. You can see the meaning of that word falar. In English, used as a noun, there's one example there, or as a verb, it has 11 different meanings. So you can see there's lots of different ways to say that same word in English. It can be used in different ways. So let's say that you want to know what one of those words, how to use that particular word. So what we can do here is you can actually go to Google and type in define, and then the colon, and then the word that you want, for example, speak. Going back to look at our results here, you can see that it's number one, the first option that we had, the first one. So you want to know what that word means, how to use it. You want examples. So then you just type that in, define, colon, speak, the word that you want to know how to use in English, and ta-da, voila. It works just like a dictionary. So it takes examples from all over the web. You can actually see in the links there where it's coming from, WordNet Web. You've got wikipedia.org. So all different from all over the web. It takes examples. It shows you what that word means. For example, you can see right here in the beginning, it's got talk, to express, and speech. And then it has two example sentences. She talks a lot of nonsense, or this depressed patient does not verbalize. So it's showing you ways that that word speak can be used. And right up here at number one, you can actually see related phrases. So you can actually see like collocations, common places where the word speak is used, words that are often used together with the word speak, like speak up or speak to me, don't speak. Those are collocations, words that are often used in conjunction with the word speak. And then below in number two, you've got your definitions and you have examples. So that's just one way that you can use Google to find the meanings of words, definitions, and example sentences for to use. And just as a bonus here, one final thing to close off on, which is also really cool, if you scroll down a little more to the bottom of the page, you can see way down here at the bottom, you can find the definitions of speak in
several different languages.
Several different languages, right. So for example, like we're using Portuguese here, you can just click on the Portuguese button and it'll go ahead and translate speak back in to Portuguese in your mother tongue, and then you can see the meaning in Portuguese or whatever other language
you want to use. You could use it like that.
You didn't know all this stuff. So Jen, you're sitting here hanging out with us and learning some cool things, that ways that you can use Google to learn new vocabulary. Remember, set aside time every day to learn new vocabulary, one or two words, or for example, if you want to you have a specific goal this month, I want to learn 60 new words, So every day you learn 2 words, at the end of the month you'll hit your goal. Or if you have a bigger goal, I've had people tell me, I'm going to try to learn 300 words a month, study 10 words every day. But it's not the amount that counts, it's just that every day you're developing that positive habit of learning new words in the language that you study.
I tested several sites to translate it, and I found that Google's the best.
Yeah. Obviously you're going to have a lot of places where it's not going to translate perfectly, especially like in big phrases. Things might come out translated wrong. So it's a machine. Obviously it's not going to do everything perfect. Right. But, of the different translators that we've looked at, like Darel saying, it's the one that does the best. And best of all, it's easy to use because, Google's really got many uses. People use it all the time. They've got so many different tools and resources available. And best of all, it's free. So you can't beat the price. All right, guys, so we'll wrap it up there. We'll be back in a couple days with another new video for you. And maybe, depending on questions that you guys ask us, you can leave your comments here on the blog. We'll be including your questions and comments in the video, in the next video that we make, and be providing some more cool content for you. So we'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.
Bye.